And that would be?
It is a large airship made entirely out of metal. For context, it is a very, very, very large ship by comparison to most airships that you guys would expect to see. Those of you who would like to do so, I will invite you to go ahead and make history checks for me.
Okay, no problem.
Can I give any one of them guidance?
That you can give one person guidance if I recall correctly. That's my leg, Sora.
Yeah,
you can go ahead and.
Okay,
yes,
I'll give Zoo guidance. So select a roll a d4.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, there you go.
All right. So who was that going to?
Selector.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, so I might be gotchas, but yeah.
All right. Bang! You have no idea how in the hell somebody put a modern day warship in the air. That should not be possible.
All he's thinking of right now is how to get up on that thing and destroy it.
You get the feeling it's probably as soon as you think that you see along the side, you see in this bright gold lettering, that's like completely and utterly contrast against the dark steel side hull of this thing. It is the IYS Alicorn.
That's a ship with the Empire.
Yes, that is an Imperial ship.
Okay, so Bang will calm down a little bit. His hand not off. His hand has not let go of his gun ever since he left the tavern.
It would not at all surprise me.
Yeah, Anywho, he is literally carrying Bang and trying to calm him down.
Yeah, Ritari, you're a little distracted. So you also don't really entirely process this. However, Zoo, Freckles, and Nox, you all look at this and you go, "Oh shit! This is a." You all know that prior to the inclusion of the city of the city-state of Thelastinia, you all knew that, as far as everyone else was concerned, the ability to take modern-day warships and stick them and turn them into airships was fundamentally impossible. And then the war happened. And then the calamity at Thelastinia happened. And then the survivors from Thelastinia went to the Empire and said, "Hey, how would you like to take modern warships and stick them in the air? This is a Devastator class battleship." For context, who here has ever heard of the Iowa class battleship?
I have.
And yes.
I want you to imagine an Iowa class battleship that can fly.
Never heard of it.
Out of character, that is terrifying.
Yes.
1 second,
yes.
Google Sensei. Holy cow, that's massive.
Yes. Now I want you to imagine. Yes. Now I want you to imagine an Iowa class battleship that can fly and has an arcane mass driver strapped to the front.
So a helicarrier.
It's terrifying.
Yes, it is absolutely terrifying. For those of you who don't know what an Iowa class battleship can do, one of them almost literally sank an island.
Mm-hmm.
Another one took one hit from another one, completely different ship, by the way, took a singular hit from a artillery round, turned all of its guns towards a hilltop, and turned said hilltop into a crater.
Oh boy.
Yes, imagine one of those things that can fly and has a mass driver strapped to the front of it.
Oh, hell no.
That's what a Devastator class battleship is. And there is one flying over this farmstead, pointed with its broadside pointed directly at the city.
Yeah, Freckles
Oh,
would
hell
hear.
no.
Freckles would hear in her
You all
head.
get the feeling. Those of you who understand exactly what's going on, not you, Ratari and
Yeah.
Bang. You two are busy.
Yep.
You two are going,
Bitches
oh
try to come back on.
shit.
Yeah, Freckles would hear.
Clearly the Empire is taking this very seriously.
Freckles would hear in their head, that ain't good.
Yeah. You all as soon as you all take this information in and recognize exactly what is going on, the dropship begins to descend and lands in a field next with kind of lands in a field next to this farmstead, and you all just kind of make your way out of the dropship. And as soon as you do, the dropship, as soon as you're all off of the dropship, the thing takes off and makes its way back to its home base. And you all see what could only be described as military chaos. Very orderly chaos. As you see several individuals setting up a camp of sorts. Various tents are being put up. Lots of equipment is being set up, and you see laptops being opened up. You see a red tiefling just kind of funneling these massive extension cords from generators into the barn, into the barn. You see several mechanoid brutes are carrying massive crates of what is probably ammunition, based on what you can tell. You also see a large minotaur in full imperial in his full imperial uniform, talking to the homestead owner. You can't because of all of the chaos, you can't really hear what they're talking about, but the homestead owner, who is this big ol' half-orc woman with her arms crossed, is just kind of staring the Minotaur down in a very "what in the hell is going on" sort of thing. And you all see several individuals just kind of booking it, making preparations. You get the feeling there is probably a whole battalion here. This is a very big thing for them. You see all sorts of races running around, dealing with things. And as a matter of fact, you also see two large Imperial Arch Griffins, kind of off to the side and just kind of laying down off to the side, just out of the way. Their Imperial Guard riders are nowhere to be seen, based on what you can tell. And you watch as a a short, gnomish lieutenant wearing the exact same coloring as Nox walks up and immediately salutes you all.
Knox will salute back.
Thank you all for coming on short notice. And
the little guy, the dude hears in his head, "What is going on?"
I'm afraid I am not quite at liberty to say right now. We're trying to keep everything on the down low. And
Knox grins at that, but nods.
He then immediately says, "This everybody?"
Knox looks back to the group.
Bang is silent.
All right.
You haven't heard a word out of him. Not since you guys left.
Yep. Not since Regis.
Yes, poor Regis. Yeah, and like, Freckles had tried to be comforting with like the shoulder pat. It was like, sorry about your loss, and so.
Yeah.
And about as many times as she tries, it slowly progresses from "Don't touch me" to "Fine."
Yeah.
Let me grieve.
Yep.
You can
he
take your
takes
time.
the gnome individual just kind of takes all of your silence and as a confirmation and says, "All right, everybody, follow me," and immediately leads does a nice little heel turn and just starts marching towards the barn.
And at last, Bang finally holsters his gun, but keeps one fist clenched. And real quick, Ratari and Freckles.
Yeah.
Could DM, do I have the clearance to make this request?
That would depend on what the request is.
Just a perception check.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, and so just a perception check. From okay.
Where was that when I needed it?
Yeah, where was that
Wait, like,
all last game?
What's like
I know,
Ratari
last
trying
game
to
was
perceive? I thought that
horrible.
was Bang.
No,
No.
it's Ratari making the perception check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ratari made a perception check. You can also make a perception check according to Bang.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Let me roll. And this is sight perception. 22.
Okay. The both of you get the gloves are helping with this a little bit, but you can see it's slowly getting soaked with blood.
Oh boy. Clenching his fist that hard, huh?
You might want to watch how you're doing that.
I'm fine!
Hey,
Alright.
She's gonna move over to Coda and she's gonna whisper softly to him. It's like hey Coda, you might want to go check on Bang. He's pretty upset and his hands are bleeding. And she's saying this very softly to not be heard by Bang, so she's whispering this into Coda's ear.
Yeah.
Alright, as you do that,
What, Sophia?
you watch as the gnomish individual leads you into the barn, and you all find the exact opposite of a barn. It looks like this particular barn has been completely and utterly refurbished into this pseudo bar looking place. Looks kind of like a family bar of some kind. I will go ahead and let you all roleplay a little bit while I use the restroom.
Okay, no problem.
Yep. Yeah, and what were you saying, Sophia? 'Cause it sounded like you.
I said that Ritari will tell Bang, calm down. You acting like this is not gonna help anything. I know you're grieving, but please pull yourself together.
I know it ain't gonna help. Hell, I know I don't really know Regis that much, but you know how long I've been alone.
I know I've been alone also. So please, you need to calm down. You need to have a level head.
I'll get my level head back when I kill the son of a bitch that killed him.
Nox feels a glove upside the back of his head. Like, I can't put my token down, just an FYI, because phone.
Yeah.
But, but
Yeah,
Nox would be behind Bang, just, he feels a slight whack in the back of the head. And Bang hears, I know how you're feeling. I actually had to let go of my friend as well.
Yeah, but yours
And
is
Nox
still
would
alive,
remember. Nox, you would hear, I do not know. Last I saw, he went into the forest.
Yeah.
I understand. I heard your scream as I was running to the ship. I kind of guessed as much. And you actually feel him hug you from behind. And then yeah, Nox will turn you around and just hug you.
Yeah, it's like, just remember.
The blood is slowly dribbling down Nox's back as he's clutching Nox tightly. He is bawling. He's almost bawling his eyes out, as well as just clutching the back of his coat very, very tightly. Not as tightly as when he was clutching his own fist, but close.
No, I don't.
Well, you're
Yeah,
looking for...
Nox will not care if there's blood going
from emotions.
From
I don't have that.
Ritari.
Dang it.
Sophia, if you look at the chat, like I put, the Freckles puts a hand on Ritari's shoulder and tells her shush, let them have this. They need this moment. And she whispers that, and so that way Ritari doesn't.
Yep. As Bang is crying into Nox's shoulder, the rest of you look throughout the barn and you see several tables have been set up with, several extension cords running from an outlet in the wall, leading to several laptops. And at each of those laptops, you see several what looks to be analyst-looking people wearing, kind of military dress uniforms, as it were, just kind of typing away at their computers, just, seem to be doing whatever business. And up on this large balcony way up here, you see with a large step ladder on the other side, you see the very familiar Talon, Volokod Grius, standing next to standing in front of a hollow table, and separating him. And on the other side, you see another individual, similarly dressed in that, similarly dressed as him, with a much more, with this dark purple rank color on one side. You see a human individual with gray hair and sideburns, and they seem to be kind of discussing the situation. And the holotable has a map of the planet kind of hovering between them, and they're just kind of looking straight through it as though it isn't even there.
Yeah, and then Ritari will will hug Talon.
Talon is completely and utterly caught off guard, going, "What the oh."
Freckles is gonna salute.
Miss me?
It's going to salute. Reporting back in, we are. My commander, he's wait, my brain forgot ranks. Anyway,
Yes, your captain's outside.
Correct. My captain needs a moment. Is helping out Bang, who had lost his pet in an attack.
He nods. He looks over at Nox and sees Bang crying, and then just kind of does the very courteous nod, and says, "Understood." "Understood. Thank you for reporting in." Then immediately turns around to Ritari and goes, "Someone is apparently incredibly impatient."
She tried to touch my ears when she first saw me. I tried to slug her, but she's got some reflexes to her.
Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you, Sergeant. You are dismissed.
Right, and she goes to a much easier stance and folds her arms relaxedly as she looks at the map. Things so do you know what's going on?
You are right up against the right up against where the balcony. There we go. Okay.
And she looks at it. It's so do you got any information on these metal things that had attacked us?
The colonel. He is the full colonel, as you are well aware.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of looks at you and says, "We do. You will be briefed here in a few moments. Please take a seat. Please take a seat as soon as you are able. There are, in fact, chairs around each of the tables. I just don't have them put up yet."
No problem. Tables as in over here? Or?
These tables.
These
this
tables.
is the bar.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I see. Okay.
Yep.
She goes over and she just sits down here, and just kind of chills back.
The colonel turns to you, turns to Coda and Zoo, and also motions to go ahead and take a seat.
Ritari lets go of Talon. It's well, I missed you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It is, in fact, rather good to see you again.
Oh. Yeah. It was good to see Bang, but now he's... Yeah, friend.
Irritating.
He is not in the world of the living.
Understood. And he just kind of nods and lets you go.
Yeah.
And motions for you to go ahead and take a seat. And both he and the colonel go back to talking. And then Bang apparently interrupts them.
Sorry for butting in like this.
Given what little I know, it would not. Given what little information I have on the situation that happened in Futon, I cannot say I blame you.
Plus, I might have a little something for you to be evidence, I guess. And he's going to send the picture of the droids that Coda wrecked.
He actually he takes your. Do you like just show him on your phone, or do you?
Oh yeah. It would be safer in his hands.
Yeah, he takes your phone, looks at the picture, looks at the colonel, nods, and the colonel also nods, and he says thank you, and hands the phone back. Yeah, we have a fair idea as to what the hell those things are.
And one other thing. Damn good thing to see out.
To be fair, I wasn't exactly in for very long.
Knox will salute to Alan.
Bang will do the same.
He returns the salute and just kind of nods to with an extra little nod to Bang. Turns to Knox and says, "Report."
Knox will actually pull out the vial of the narcotic acid and show it.
You watch as both Volokod and the Colonel immediately look in complete and utter surprise at seeing an actual vial of that stuff. And they're both going, what?
Yeah,
wait, you actually got your hands on some?
Knox will put that on the table, and then you pull out a piece of paper, and it'll write on the paper, and it'll say 6 mechs, 1 ghost, dead.
He takes the paper from you, nods, and kind of nods and says, "Were they? How well were they armed?"
Very.
Knox will take the paper and write assault rifle, and then show it.
He nods and then says, "Well, that is irritating, but understandable." He then takes the vial off of the holo table, calls down to one of the analysts, which is in fact this one. Shadvet, and you hear and you watch as this elven woman walks up and salutes. Talon walks over and says, take this to forensics, have it be, find out what the hell this stuff is," and he drops it. She catches it and immediately bolts out the door.
Yeah. Talon would hear from Knox in his head, it did shadow damage. It did necrotic damage when my second in command touched it.
He looks at you with a kind of look of concern, nods, and says, "Understood." Then says, "Have a seat. We're still waiting on a few people."
Max will nod and walk over to next to Bang.
DM, did you get my whisper? It's above. It's in between Freckles' two things.
I got it. Yep, I got it. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the clock.
Okay, it'd be 10 my time. So.
Yeah, I understood that.
Yeah.
And I made the mental calculation. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. This is going to end up stretching into tomorrow. Fun. All right. All right. So as you all go and get yourself situated, you wait a couple of minutes, and the analyst comes back and sits back down at their computer and just continues to type away at stuff. Bang, you notice that each of the analysts seems to be filling out various forms, requisitions forms, ammunition. You see a couple orders for heavy armor. You also see a couple of you also see a couple forms being filled out for tanks.
And Bang definitely has no idea what tanks are.
You also see... Yeah, okay. Yeah, you also see a couple forms for tanks being ordered for being requisitioned. You see several air support vehicles of some kind being ordered. As this happens, you see several other people walk in the door. Most notable of which, the first group of which walks in, and the most notable of this group looks like a D&D version of the sniper from TF2, with the big fancy weird hat to boot.
The Outbacker hat.
Yeah, the Outbacker hat. And he's got several He has several bullet belts, and all of them are, and you can tell all of them are 50 BMG rounds all over him. He's got this big ass sniper rifle.
That's just going to be on his back, right?
Yeah, just kind of slung across his back. The second group walks in, and the most notable of and the TF2 sniper guy, by the way, has the captain rank on his uniform. I don't have the time to do that right now, Rotari. I will try to figure out how to do that.
We can
after this session. In the meantime, however, I'll just swap things out as we go.
For that, I can help you. I can help walk you through on how to set up the flippable token, because I don't remember if I set her up with a flippable token.
No, you did not.
Okay, that's right, because I was on a time crunch, so I can help set up. But we would need each it's very simple. We'll take care of it later.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Anywho, the second group walks in, and one of them, and the captain of that group, is a massive 8 foot 6'4" mechanoid brute creature with with this big ass halberd across his back.
Does Bang recognize the design of the of that one mechanoid to be the same as the ones that attacked the bar?
You notice, you actually, now that you have actively seen a mechanoid in person, you know that they exist. You've known that they exist, but you've never seen them before until now. You actually do notice there are, in fact, design differences between the necrotic mechs that you fought, and this one. And you do notice that there are, in fact, some pretty noticeable design differences, most notably in the eyes. This one seems to have this very calm, soothing blue light bulbs, as it were, for eyes, and like the eye sockets that kind of move around and rotate in the eye socket. Meanwhile, the other one was literally just the same color of that toxic green color.
Bang is...
and you also notice that this one does not have any kind of runes on the exterior of the entity. As
Bang is looking it up and down, he has his hand right on the handle of his gun.
The mechanoid notices you reaching for your gun.
Oh yeah, one other thing. Bang looks both furious and terrified at the same time.
Yeah, he just the mechanoid just kind of looks at the fact that you've got a hand on your gun, looks up at your face, and then it just goes, "Oh," with not actually saying it, but just kind of doing that whole motion, and then just kind of walks off to another part of the bar area. The third and final group, walks in, and the captain of that group is a small is the same small is a different gnomish individual. Walks in. This one has jet black hair, completely clean shaven, and just kind of has this look of, all right, let's do this on his face. And they all come in and sit down, and everybody else, and as everybody gets sat down, just kind of talking amongst each other, trying to figure out what in the hell is going on. Why is this such a oh crap moment? And the Colonel and Talon make their way to the edge of the balcony, kind of place their hands on the little railing that keeps people from falling off. And the Colonel immediately goes, "All right, everyone, listen up. I am only going to say this once. We're only going over this once. As you all know, the city of Glandra is currently under lockdown. Its magic shield has been raised and everything, and there has been no communication from the inside. What you don't know is that Governor Vincent... Remember his name.
Finer.
Governor Vincent Finer has declared that the city of Glandra has seceded from the Empire. And you watch as everybody in the room immediately looks at each other going, what?
Even Freckles looks like shocked hearing this, like, what would he do that for?
as of right now, we do not know the details as to how and why he was able to get everything set up as quickly as he did. However, prior to the raising of the shield, he sent a singular message out to the Emperor himself. Stating that if the Imperial military attempts to retake the city, he will detonate 8 death fog bombs within the city. Each of you, I would like each of you to go ahead and give me a history check.
Okay, yeah, like, Freckles is charged is like, what would he do that?
18.
History.
Man, Bang is not doing well outside of combat.
Yeah,
wow. Freckles
he's
doing pretty good.
not really paying attention, apparently.
And
Zoo with a
let's see
23.
what Nox
Bang is not having a good day.
And we wait for
Tyler with an 18.
and wait for a screenshot for Nox's history.
Yep, I await Nox's history check, and while I wait for that, I am going to...
Yeah, I was about to say, like, make sure loop is turned on.
I don't know why I keep forgetting about that. Nox, what is your history check? Nox?
Okay.
History check.
Yeah, I don't know why it freaking muted, dang it. Give me a minute.
Yep.
I was busy with other stuff. Happened to flip through multiple pages and then let the pages load.
You're fine.
Yep.
And boop, boop. Nope, didn't mean to roll whatever that was.
Yep, I just need the history check.
Yep. And that is it's a dirty 20.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take it. Nox, you have been completely and utterly fixated on Finer, and everything else immediately just and you just tune out everything else, and you just hear, and all you can hear are the words Finer, 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 all over and over and over again in your head. You are a little bit out of it right now. Coda, you have a fair idea of what Death Fog is, but not really. But you don't really have the context for Death Fog. You're actually pretty new to the Empire, as it were.
Yeah, but I can guess from the name.
You can put
it's
two
a
and
fog
two
that means death.
Yeah, you could put 2 and 2 together and go, okay, that's not a good thing. Clearly. Ritari, Freckles, Zoo, and... Actually, no, that... Ritari, Freckles, Zoo, you all know exactly what Death Fog is. And you know exactly what Death Fog can do. And you all have exactly the context of why this is such a horrible, terrifying thing.
The only one who doesn't know is Bang.
Yep.
My character? Of course. What do you get when you put death and fog together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even Bang didn't figure that out.
To put into simple terms, I want you to imagine.
Death Fog.
Everybody here knows what the spell Power Word Kill does, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of in the name.
Take that spell, put it over a entire city, Make it a city-wide AoE.
Oh.
Ooh.
There is no save for this, by the way.
Oh,
Ew.
hell no.
Now I want you to add on top of that the fact that if you are hit by this, you come back as skeletal undead.
Oh, heck to the no.
Yeah, that's what happened to Thelestinia at the beginning of the war.
Oh, hell to the
Ooh.
no.
Yeah. Should tell you exactly how horrifying that should be.
I mean,
And
Bang
there
doesn't
are
know, but-
8 of these somewhere inside the city, based on what you've heard.
Oh.
Alan,
Yes.
ask. What in the great mind did you get this idea from?
He's had this idea
I-
for a while.
Yeah.
I've had this idea for forever.
Yeah, like
How do I make my players understand exactly how terrified they should be? I know. And then I came up with that fog.
He had
know-
this I
You
he
know,
had this
as the DMs,
he had this idea like during the original sewer problems.
I had a feeling.
He did. I was there for
I
that.
had a
Yeah.
feeling.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it's just that the thing is that other DMs like, oh yeah, I'm gonna threaten a Trask, or I'm going to threaten an interdimensional war or something like that. You're just like, nah, none of that. We're just gonna put death fog in,
Yeah.
and you
And
get the
it's-
same reaction. I'm like, less is more. Less is more.
And
Exactly.
it is homebrewed.
All
and
right.
It is balanced.
Yes, it is balanced only in the fact that there is no save for this. You just die.
Unless you
It's-
don't breathe.
Yeah. The only people who are immune to that are Warforged, aka mechanoids in this universe,
Yes.
because they're not organic. Anywho.
Well,
Summoning
there's
dark.
also the fact. Well, there's also the fact of though. Well, there's also the fact of creatures that are immune to poison.
No, this is not poison.
Yeah. Power
This is
kills.
not. This is not a poison. Doesn't even come close to being a poison.
All right,
I
you
don't
know
remember
how
the
it goes,
ex-
right?
Anywho, continuing
Yeah.
the briefing. With this in mind, Commander Grius here has come up with a plan. Commander, 4 teams will you watch as Talon reaches up and pushes some buttons on his wrist. And you watch as the hollow table shifts from a map of the globe, spreads out over the entire area, and creates a holographic display of the city. 4 people will infiltrate the sewers on multiple fronts. Each team will be responsible for 2 death fog bombs. Once inside, you will find and disarm each bomb. And report. Once done, you will make your way into the city and hide out and prepare and make ready for a city assault. Captain McClure, the sniper, immediately looks up from the map at Talon and nods. Talon then says, as soon as I remember how to do this, freehand, here we go. You will be in charge of Team Bravo. You will enter the city from the north. And he pushes a button and marks the sewer entrance there in the northern sector.
Well, right outside Sector 5.
Yep, right outside Sector 5. The sniper immediately nods and says, "Heh, I've been looking forward to this."
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yes. Captain 07. The mechanoid brute stiffens. The mechanoid brute stiffens and looks up. You'll be in charge of Team Echo. Let me change the color real quick. And you will enter the city from the east.
Out of character.
Yeah?
Why is your Echo Niner?
I said Echo. It's 7. I did a 7 rather than 9, but fair enough. Anywho, the mechanoid gives a wholehearted salute and says, "Targets shall be eliminated."
I'm imagining a bit of a bigger voice with that.
I'm kind of sick and have a sore throat right now. Otherwise, I'd be doing Soundwave's voice.
Target will be destroyed.
Target shall be eliminated.
Target shall be destroyed.
Yep.
Oh, how
Anywho.
about this one? Target shall be eliminated.
That works. Captain. Trying to remember what I
Named him.
Yeah, trying to come up with another name. Captain.
John.
Huh?
Captain Alexander?
How about
John.
Captain Velius? How about
There
that?
we go. Captain Velius. The gnome stands up from his seat and looking very, very much in the, still maintaining his ready composure. You're in charge of Team Zulu. You'll enter in from the south. He nods and says, "I am going to have fun with this."
And it's at this point where Bang raises his hand.
Talon notices you and nods.
I suppose that
gives you permission to speak.
I suppose that leaves the team that will be going in for the West, right?
You are correct. Knox, you're in charge of Lieutenant Knox. I give you command of Alpha Team. You'll be entering in from the west. Once each of the bombs have been defused and the signal given, and the signal for the attack given after 8 hours, and each of you make your way into the city to lie low. 8 hours after that point, the attack will begin. Bravo, Echo, and Zulu will make their way towards the shield generator and will disable it. Meanwhile, Alpha Team will be going after target Alpha. And he pushes another couple of buttons. And as soon as I remember where things are,
Yeah, Retari raises her hand.
and pulls up the face of Governor Vincent Feiner.
Bang is noticeably very pissed at the face of that man.
Yep. Talon looks at Retari and nods, giving permission to speak.
Which team will I be going on?
I'm glad you asked. You're with Knox Freckles. You'll be taking Coda, Bang, Zoo, and Retari with you on Team Alpha.
No, that's their names.
Gotcha. Oh right. Sorry for not doing a proper introduction earlier. It didn't quite work out, so deepest apologies on that.
In
That
any
is
case, your job will be to capture. Your job will be to capture Vincent Feiner. Should he resist, you have authorization to kill him.
Bang grins at this. It's almost reptilian how big that grin is.
Yeah.
Considering you are a reptile, it wouldn't at all surprise me.
Yeah, Ratori's
Yeah,
has a very big grin on her face.
So I take it you have a previous history with Finer.
Oh, we do. I shot him in the foot.
Any further? With this in mind, are there any further questions? No?
Any particular way you want us getting into where he at? You got
I leave that entire. I leave how you get to Governor Feiner up to you.
Bang raises his hand this time.
Bang.
Well, you already got me here, so may as well ask this. I'm in. Where the hell do we start?
He nods, and says, the operation will begin at 0500. We'll begin at 0300 this morning. We'll begin at 0300 tomorrow. He pushes the button and closes the map. With this in mind, everybody get some sleep and get prepared for the operation. Everyone dismissed.
Yes, sir.